That makes sense.
The time now is 4:35 UK time. It's Monday the 28th of March, and I'm here just having a chat with my mate James. So
And how are you, Andrew?
I'm all good, buddy. Yeah, like I say, good day's work. But anyway, people ain't interested in that. You've been doing your research. You've been asking questions, been wanting to know why, and so let's find out what the results to what you've been up to, like, mate.
Right. Well, today, for a start,
yeah,
I've been to the bank.
Have you? Which bank?
Yeah, HSBC.
Okay.
And I asked back in September last year.
Is this that same bank that you went into?
Yeah, the same bank, exactly the same bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I asked to see the original copy with my wet ink signature on my mortgage document. And I asked to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also said, my name is James. I was born on the 17th of the 9th, 1966. At a later date, when my birth was registered, my name was changed to Mr. James Thomas Holgate, and I wish to become the beneficiary of that trust. And you know the story. They froze my bank account. They called the police. They accused me of being mentally they said I need to see a doctor.
Mental health. Yeah. They attempted mental health on you. Basically, they hunted you down just for asking a simple question.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the story, but we don't want to talk through all. Do you want to go through all the story?
Well, actually, I mean, let's just go to the crusts of it. Yeah.
Right. So today,
for people to know.
Right. So today, I went into the bank and I said, "You've sent me a copy." Yeah. And she says, "Well, it's been digitalized." And I said to her, I need to speak to somebody else. She says, "Why?" I said, "Because you don't understand English." And she said, "I beg your pardon." I said, "I asked for the original with my wet ink signature. And you said to me, you will get that." She promised me, yeah? And I promised her that she wouldn't get it. And she said, "Well, I'll get it." And I said, "I'm telling you, you won't. And I want to see it, but you won't be able to get me it." Right, so I'd left it. I went in today and I demanded to see it. And she said, "Well, we've sent you a copy." I said, that's exactly what I mean. You don't understand English. You sent me a copy. I want the original. So I made her sit down and dial the bank and get me through.
Okay, brilliant.
So I've got as far as that now. I'm back in the bank. They wouldn't let me in my bank. They wouldn't even let me ring them. Yeah, they froze my bank account. They tried to stop me paying my mortgage. And now I'm back in, yeah, asking questions. And then I went to see the solicitor. And told his secretary,
yeah,
I demand a meeting. And I'm sick of being fucked around by a lying cunt like him. Wednesday. I get to see him Wednesday.
Excellent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which will hopefully sort my family problems out, yeah?
I think yes, you should do, yeah.
And then I came back and I rung Councillor Staveley. Yeah?
Right.
And I asked some questions. And I think he should have answered them. And I was there with my tablet, talking to him. And I said, "You should have declared your interest in Craven Barnfield Limited because you stood for election for North Yorkshire County Council." And he said, "I was a director after that." And I said, no, you weren't. And I'm looking at the documents online where he's supposed to register what he's, yeah.
Yeah.
You have, have you got it up?
No, I'm just looking for it now. I'm gonna put it up. Let's get it up so that people can see it. So I haven't got them here, so I'll have to go again.
Can I just say this? Can I just say this, right? Yeah. I've done this today, right? I've been to the bank. I've seen the solicitor. My adrenaline's fairly pumping.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong about that information, but if we can find it live, then...
Yeah, let's find it. So what was it called again? Craven what?
You want to be on North Yorkshire County Council and look up David Staveley, councillor.
Hang on then, let's do that one. I was going on to Company House. North.
Oh, yeah, but you'll have to go on to Company's House as well. Because you've got to get, you need the date of when he was made a director.
Right. Okay, let's do this. Let's get that.
I know Richard, listen to this. I think I know it's for a fact, because Richard Welsh,
yeah,
the councillor before, listen at this. My mother-in-law lived on a high up banking that overlooked his garage, yeah?
Yeah.
And Mr. Welsh.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I don't want to look at the screen.
I know, I wanted to get it up so we're recording so I can see it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, don't let the screen distract you. I'm bringing this up so that I've got it so we can look as we're talking at the same time.
Well, it did distract me a little bit.
I know it probably. Sorry about that, but
I'm not blaming you. It's just that I'm not used to this.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Can you see what I mean? When I'm talking, it's hard to stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finish talking, then we'll do that first. Then
it's really hard to stop.
I get you. No, I get you.
Then it doesn't. Does that make sense? It doesn't flow.
Hey mate, I don't like distractions either. You get taken off, don't you? So
because I could give you facts, but if you don't understand why they're facts, right? I knew what was going on. Yeah, my mother-in-law lived, and I could see everything that was going on, and I drove past that place, and it was right. I said to Mrs. Staveley about a year and a half ago, approximately, I've got emails, but I don't know where they're at, but I will be able to find them, I would presume, unless I've deleted them. But I had emails, or have emails, where I told him that nothing's signed correctly. Nothing's done correctly. And I told him, as a servant, public servant of ours, I wanted him to ask the question on my behalf. He told me I was talking rubbish, which I can prove with a letter from Craven District Council, because no fucker signed it. And I've never had a signed letter off anybody. So there's your proof. But would he ask the question? No. So, to cut a long story short, Mr. Welsh, the councillor, who was I classed as not a very nice man, and I couldn't prove that he was doing anything wrong, but you know when you know. So I thought, I'll make him do everything right. Right, now listen to this. He was selling second-hand stuff on Settled Sell and Seek, where I live. Yeah. So I bombarded the council, and before I became a proper gentleman and I knew who I was, can I say it on here?
You can say it.
I said fucks and cunts.
Yeah.
And I know what you're fucking doing. And that cunt, that councillor, is selling stuff. I was giving it to them and them and them, and I'm thinking, shit. I wasn't awake then, by the way. I'm thinking, shit, I'm going to get a knock on the door. And guess what?
You didn't get a knock.
I didn't get a knock on the door, did I? Why didn't I get? Yes, and then he stopped selling. Then he stopped selling stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so they're mates, they're meeting together all the time on a regular basis, and I could get you as many witnesses as you'd like to that fact. My friends know my thoughts, they agree with me, and they seen that happening. Yeah.
The meetings, yeah.
Yes. My mother-in-law, me, my wife, my ex-wife, my children have
all witnessed.
And I'd be there at the window. I'd be there. I'd go upstairs. I'd be going, "Hey up, Stav and Welsh, you're up to it." You know what I mean? It was like that, yeah.
Another meeting going on.
Right, but there's nothing going on, yeah.
Yeah, only a meeting.
Right.
Just
Right.
having a drink. Yeah.
And I applied for some planning permission for 7 houses.
Right.
I could have done what everybody else does. Yeah. I could have built 4 fucking big houses. Yeah. Because it was infill. It was guaranteed planning permission. And I put in for 7. On the understanding that 3 were low cost. And I knew I couldn't do anything by it, but I asked if they could go to local people. Yeah. Because I care. And it wasn't just my land. I didn't make a fortune. I got 60 grand. Yeah, there were 6 of us owned it. And then we had some land, listen to this, we had some land that adjoined it. It got voted for. We had the, what's it called, the local plan. You get a local plan, don't you? Every 15 years. And the residents of that place get to vote. Our fields, 2 of them, were voted by the people, right? And all this evidence is on Craven District Council's website. You could vote for something and against something, yeah? It was the most voted for, right? Listen what the bastards have done. The most voted for, the least voted against. It was put into the local plan and then withdrawn. Yeah. I wanted to give my village that I love. I wasn't doing it for the money. I was doing it for the money, but I was also trying to provide.
He was doing it for a reason. He was doing
and that same councillor, not when I applied for the 30 some houses, yeah, everybody will think I'm greedy and I'm doing, yeah, it's not like that. Yes, it was at the beginning until I realised who I was, how much corruption was going on, and how much I care.
He wasn't doing it for the money. It was not money or into what he was doing.
I was originally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right. Yeah. I'm being honest. And if I can't be honest, nobody's going to listen.
Exactly.
Right. So when I put in for the first lot, I was in the market town, a beautiful market town of Settle. And if anybody would love to come to Settle, it's beautiful, yeah?
It's right. It's in the name, isn't it?
I've done my advert for Settle, yeah?
Yeah.
And Giggleswick. And if you give me a bell, I'll come and have a drink with you.
There you go.
And I was in this beautiful town thingy, knowing this man's corrupt, and he walked across my path and said, I believe you put planning permission in. And I said, yeah, I have. He said, who's doing it? I said, I am. And he went, well, that's a bit thick, isn't it? And I went, well, no, actually, because it's actually quite cheap. It's infill. All I've got to do is get some dummy to draw the plans, yeah? And I've got planning permission. And he said, you'd be better off using a firm. And I said, no, I can do it myself, thanks. And then he says, or you could give me a brown envelope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So he's
To
gone.
your face.
He's
So
gone.
blatant. So blatant.
Right.
To
So
your
listen
face.
to this.
Yeah.
Listen to this. He's gone from Town Council,
Yeah.
Craven District Council, to North Yorkshire County Council. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just followed the footsteps of Mr. Richard Welsh, who died in 2021, according to the Craven Herald newspaper. Yeah. And when he did, Mr. Staveley stepped in and offered to stand for election, declare the truth on his thing on the North Yorkshire's website. You have to declare your interests and any businesses.
Okay.
Yes, he does have businesses.
Yeah.
Which are declared, but I'm sure he was a director of that company, right?
Yeah.
Which can be proved by the dates on the thing when we have a look. But can I keep talking?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. What was that date though?
He died, Richard Welsh. Oh, which date do you want?
Oh,
You
the date he said that when he went in and he had to declare with honesty his business thing. So
right. Well, he would have had to do that.
Yeah.
When Richard Welsh died, wouldn't he? Or
Yeah.
listen to this. He would have had to declare it because he was already a councillor anyway with Craven District Council.
Yeah.
But Craven District Council knew he was. Yes. Because they were the major shareholders, weren't they? Haven't we been through all this?
Well, we'll
right.
We'll show that. Yeah, we'll show that. Yeah.
Right. So listen to this. Craven District Council knew he was a shareholder because they were the a director, because they were the major shareholders. That cannot be not a fact. If you're the major shareholder of a company and you haven't looked into it, right, then Craven District Council needs sacking. Yes.
Yeah, if you don't know who your directors are.
Right, so if they knew he was a director and they allowed him to stand for North Yorkshire,
yeah,
then he should have told North Yorkshire, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
When he stood for election. Right, and guess what? He hasn't. And guess what I've done? You won't believe this. I rung him up. Right, Andrew, what's the chances of this? You know all the other stuff about Giggleswick Close and all that shit.
Yeah.
And this thingy development, Craven. No, I can't remember its name. Craven Regenerations. Well, what was it? A Barnfield. Craven Barnfield Regenerations. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So let's forget about all that for now.
Yeah.
He's a director. That's a fact, yes?
Yeah.
The fact is he should declare it when he's thingied, voted in, when he stands for election. And if he, right, listen to this. And if he did become a director outside of that time, he hasn't told North Yorkshire County Council, has he?
Oh.
Because I've rung them up today. 2 hours on the phone, but forget about that one. Yeah. I rung Councillor Staveley on. Did I tell you I rung him on Saturday night?
I think you did, yeah. You put the phone down.
Right. Well, forget about the Saturday night one. I rung him today. Yeah. I told you I've had a busy day. I rung him today and I said, could I speak to the director of Craven Barnfield Limited, please? Mr. David Staveley. And he just went, oh, for fuck's sake, James. Yeah. And I'm telling him what I'm telling you now. And guess what he said?
Probably, what's it going to cost to make you go away? Something like that.
No. It was better than that. He's really dropped his selling it. Oh. He said, we had a meeting at the council the other week and that company's been dissolved. Well, I presume there were minutes of this meeting. Yeah. So then I rung Craven, not Craven District Council. I rung North Yorkshire County Council. I told the woman there, yeah, with passion, with feeling, to get through to somebody. You know what I'm like with these phone calls. I'm good, aren't I?
You are, mate.
Yeah. And I gave her it full vibration. I gave her it how much I cared, how much I'd swore an oath to protect the people of this country. I told her that I loved her family, and I told the truth. I told her I didn't always tell the truth because I didn't know who I was. And I needed to speak to somebody very important, because as a director of a limited company who knows, because he is a director, he's done his due diligence. And if you don't put me through, right, to somebody that I can talk to who can understand what I'm saying, because I think there's been a fraud and corruption, and I'd like to report it. I need to ask you one question. Are you a Master Mason or any part of the Master Mason Society? And she said, no. So she put me through to another lady. I was on the phone for about 2.5 hours with my tablet. This lady didn't look on her computer because she was a bit of a order taker. But we got round that and we had a pleasant conversation, and I could feel by her pauses, her not saying anything, I could just feel, I could tell, yeah.
He was on the same page, yeah?
Yeah. And I demanded to see a meeting with the CEO. And if we are going to, I told them about the case number with Duns and Bradstreet. I said, I'll give you the case number. So she took the case number. I explained that there were 7 Nolan principles, and I said, I hope I'll never have to stand in court to give my evidence against you for malfeasance in a public office, because I think you are a wonderful lady. I said, if you don't know what the 7 Nolan principles are, I suggest you take a look. And then when you've taken a look, I suggest you hand a copy to every single employee at North Yorkshire County Council. I said, I've had enough. The people have had enough. We've all had enough. Yeah, you're a servant and you need to understand English. You need to understand what a servant is. I said, I've just been to the bank, and the bank said, I've sent you a copy of the original. And I said, I don't think you understand English. I asked for the original. Right. I said, I'm dealing with people who don't understand me. But I said, I'll tell you one thing. If you look on your computer and you look at Company's House and you look at all them names that crop up and you look at the case that Duns and Bradstreet have got. And I said, and I've looked further. And I said, some of the names are still popping up. Yeah. And I said, I told her about the Giggleswick one. I said, let's do that one then. Right. So I told her the full one. Isn't it funny how he's a planner? Yeah. And I said, the builder gets the planning permission, the builder ends up a limited company, and then my girlfriend's boyfriend, my daughter's boyfriend lives in one of these houses, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Did I tell you? I haven't spoken to you.
You said you'd spoken to him, and he didn't even know he was a director.
I asked her, I rung my daughter,
yeah,
and I said, would it be possible to speak to the director, Mr. Thomas Fell Limited, no, Mr. Thomas Fell, director of Lord's Close. What was it? Lord's Close, Giggleswick Limited.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she went, what are you on about, Dad? And I says, I need to speak to the director. And she said, are you all right, Dad? I said, look, what part of English don't you understand? could I speak to the director? Yeah, can you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
This is how I operate, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm trying to teach, I could have said, can I speak to Tom?
Yeah.
Right, if I'd have said, can I speak to Tom?
Yeah.
She wouldn't have learned a lesson without even knowing.
No.
Right, now she's wanting to know who's a director, what's a director, how you've become a director. So I would imagine they're all going, did you know you were a director? Right, and this bloke's living in a house that give the planning away, right? Can you imagine it, Andrew? Yeah,
I can imagine.
right. It's a small, right. I have to explain, this is a small place and everybody knows everybody. And if you fart at one end of the town, you've shit yourself at the other, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? That's how bad it is round here, right? So I've had a day talking to people who like spreading rumours because I know who those people are. And I've been asking the question, do you think a councillor should be honest and truthful and not accusing of anything, but just saying it's a bit funny this and that looks a bit funny, right? We've got Lord's close giggles week, right? I'm good at these games, yeah. All running around. Yeah, guess what who I saw today? Right. JD Mounted Limited. I saw the boss who I used to work for. While all this was going on, the building and all this, they were getting divorced. And she bought one of the houses. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she used to be a director of his company and he fucked her off when they got married. And I said, all right, Jonathan, how you doing? And he went, I haven't seen you for a long time. And I said, I didn't know your missus had become a director of a limited company. And he went, she hasn't. I says, she has. He says, what company? I says, I didn't even tell him. Right? Listen to this. I didn't tell him because I know he's one of them nosy cunts, yeah? And he'll know how to do it, won't he? So he'll be going, Anna Mousy, director. And he'll go, come up Lord's Close Giggleswick. And he'll go, oh, fuck me. Hold on a minute. I know them names. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Gareth Wooler, I know they built it. Hold on a minute. David Staveley's living there. Right. That's how, right?
Beautiful.
That's how I work.
Putting the cat amongst the pigeons, yeah?
Well, it's better than writing fucking stupid letters that nobody can understand, isn't it? Right?
Beautiful,
right. Yeah. The more people I talk to, even a lot of truthers, and it's not their fault, it's nobody's fault because we can't understand the language, yeah?
Exactly, yeah.
I've had a conversation with a truther when I said there's only one original copy that can prove who I am. And she went, well, there's 4. And they send one to the Vatican, one somewhere else. And I said, hold on a minute, you need to stop what you're saying. I said, there is only one original. The others are copies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know the biggest trouble, and I'm going to say this live, the biggest trouble with people, and I'm not saying it's everybody, you tell them the telly brainwashes you, right? If something brainwashes me, I take it off the wall, I take it outside, and I smash the fucker. Right. If you're brainwashed still, you might take it off the wall, but you probably wouldn't. You'd say you wouldn't turn it on, but you'd turn it on and watch it. And I'm only watching it in the background, and I've heard every excuse going. If you were a truther, I've even heard the excuse, I'd sell it. Have you ever heard something so stupid? You know it brainwashes people, and you're going to make money out of brainwashing somebody. You're brainwashed.
Yep.
You smash it.
Yep.
Right. That's my rant, but that's my truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I only use it for my Xbox. It's like alcoholics, isn't it? Yeah. There's always an excuse. Isn't there? I was at a party, or oh yeah, I fancy that because it's been hard work today. Let's go through all. Yes. It's just the same. They're addicted to it because it's brainwashed them to be addicted to it, and they can't smash something that they know's brainwashing them. It doesn't make sense. Right, that's my rant over.
Absolutely, mate.
Right, so to cut a long story short, we had a lovely conversation. She said, I haven't even checked yet, right? Because I've had a fair old day, yeah? I put my head above the parapet again. Yeah. Like big time. I've been back in the bank where they come to arrest me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm stepping into the triangle.
A little into that. Let me just
right.
lead into a little.
Listen, I've got the call. I've got the court calling me dear customer, and that they're going to speak in English. I've created the first ever court case at Skipton Magistrates Court because it's 00001. And apparently it will be the first time, if they dare do it, that they step out in white. Yeah. I've been speaking to that police, whatever it was, the one down from the top. And I basically told him to, yeah. He called me what did he call me? A tinfoil. Conspiracy theorist. Tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. And I said to him, he rung me, by the way. I said to him, is that your opinion, or do you have material and physical evidence to prove that I am a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist? Because you're meant to be at work, and I'd like you to keep your presumptions to yourself, yeah? And I said to him, I said, this could get out of hand. I said, because I could presume you're a wanker. But it doesn't mean to say you are one, because I don't have any proof, do I? Right? And then he says, and then I says, I think I'm wasting my time talking to you, and hung up on him, right? And the next morning I rung him up and he must have been busy. So I don't know if it's a works phone or a private phone now, do I? So I'm presuming it's a works phone because he rung me from work, didn't he?
Yeah.
And there'll be a record of it, won't there? Because he should do his due diligence and make sure he made a record of ringing me.
Yeah, it should have been logged. Yeah.
Yes, it should have been logged because I rang them in the first place.
Yeah.
Yes. And left a message and they rang me back. So it should be logged, which it won't be. I rung him by accident when I got excited about ringing Tom Feld. And he went, hello. And I went, hello. And he went, we spoke yesterday, didn't we? I said, yes, we did. And he said, I think we got off on the wrong foot, didn't we? I said, yes, you did. And I said, I will say it once again. I'm sorry to bother you. I said, can I ask you one more question? He said, no, I'm at home. Yeah. So he was at home with the works telephone, or was he at home with his private telephone? I don't know. But I believe that if he does ring me, this should be a proper policeman's number. Yes.
Yeah.
So I should be able to give one of my public servants who's given me their telephone number by ringing me. I should be able to give that to somebody else if he requires help from a gentleman that cares.
100%.
Yeah. So when I left the conversation, I said, thank you very much for everything you do. I love you. I love your family. And I love the police. And he says, look, I'm busy. I'm going to have to go. And I said, I also wanted to say that I forgive anybody who's ever done me wrong. Thank you and goodbye. Yeah. Right. So that's how I got his telephone number. I've got the whole fucking office running around like fuck at Craven District Council. I run Craven District Council as well.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for a phone call back, but I'm not getting it now.
Yeah.
So I've got the whole of Craven District Council who have all these councillors in that you've seen all them names. I don't know if they're involved in something dodgy, but you've seen all them names. Right, they're all at Craven District Council running around in and out of offices going, what the fuck do? We've just had a phone call from North Yorkshire County Council. It's an umbrella thing, isn't it? So North Yorkshire County Council will be ringing Craven District Council. I've run Craven District Council. So North Yorkshire, I said, I want to know who the man is, who checks that the information on our councillors that they put down that's true and correct. I said, I'm paying for a fucking service here, yeah? And I'm telling you that you've got there's a director and you don't know he's a director. I said, who's supposed to check this information? I want his name. Right, and she's agreed with me that this can only be done with either telephone calls, Zoom calls, or writing in wet ink by hand with a signature. I told her, right, listen, and you know what I'm like, I didn't well, I'm not going to say, I didn't record it. I've got to tell the truth, but I told her I was recording it, right? I always tell people I'm recording stuff because I am. And I'm not lying. I'm recording it here.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm recording every single vibration, every single feeling, every single thought. And I'm recording it. Right. And I'm not joking. I told lies. Yeah. Not nasty lies, just lies like when somebody said, my wife would say, how many have you had to drink?
I know what you mean.
Right?
White lies.
Have you been smoking that again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. They were the lies I told. I hated telling them. Right? And I should have never, ever been put in a position. I'm forced because of how it made me feel. Yeah? I don't think people realise.
I relate to it 100%. No, exactly.
Right. Well, that's been my life, yeah? Right, so I don't lie because I don't have to lie anymore because I know who I am.
Cowards,
right?
I'm not a coward anymore, nor are you.
Yes, I'm not a coward. I know who I am. I'm that little 3-year-old that wanted to ask questions, and I'm asking questions, and I'm not frightened anymore. Yeah, so I can walk into a court. Yeah, I haven't tried out walking right in yet, but I walked in, and that security guard said to me, "You can't come in here without being searched." And I said, "Turn around." I said, "Are you talking to me?" And he says, "Yes." And I said, "Don't lie to me then." And he said, "I'm not lying." I said, "You don't understand English, young man." I said, "You said I can't come in this building without being searched." I said, "I'm in the building, you." Yeah? "And did you search me?" And he went, "No." I said, "So you've lied to me." Right.
Yeah.
If you want to search me, you will ask me if I would kindly step outside and be searched. But don't ever lie to me again. I got to see the court manager. I got to put documents in a file. Come on.
Yeah.
I know, I can feel, I can react. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was on to, I said to you, didn't I? When I was on to Duns and Bradstreet, yeah. When she said Lord's Close, can't remember the name. Lord's Close, Giggleswick Limited.
Yep.
And I've just had it again. I get the biggest rush up my back, down my arms. And my first words were, Is Gareth Wooler's name involved in it? And David Staveley, because I knew Gareth Wooler had thingy, I knew, yeah. And it was just a coincidence that Craven District Council were involved in it. And that's my story for today. I'm fucked. I'm knackered. Yeah. Right, but I do it in a, I do it in a blast. I lose loads of weight, and then I have to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been hammering it, right? I've been hammering this, hammer. Yeah, pushing things to the limit, seeing what I can do. Yeah, I can ring the fuck.
You've got the facts. You've got the facts. That's the thing. You've got the facts, and you're trying to get them across because what they're doing. So you're showing it. And I tell you what, you've done it in some classic ways to make them so put the cat amongst the pigeon, so to say. You know.
Right. But guess what? Right. There's 3 videos out there of me somewhere. Have you seen them?
The ones with the police.
The ones with the police.
Yeah.
I've got policemen to swear on their oath, haven't I?
Yeah.
Report the HSBC bank for fraud, right? With 9 witnesses. 2 witnesses filming it, right? While they're trying to arrest me for harassment. And what did I tell them to do, Andrew? I told them to fuck off. Right.
Yeah.
All right. I've rung 999 on loads of times. Can I speak to the Chief Constable of North Yorkshire Police? Right. I thought you got arrested for that. And then here, I took the piss, Andrew Devine, right? When you talk to them, 999, it goes back to the operator. And they say, have you finished the conversation? I say, no. And we just go backwards and forwards. Yeah. Right. So I'm not just ringing up and saying, boo. I'm ringing up and asking for the Chief Constable. And I'm waiting for her to answer and I'm keeping going back. Yeah. Right. I've done all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Right. But they don't want me in court. Right. Because if I was to bring a Mackenzie friend and witnesses to prove everything that I'm saying right, they're fucked. Yeah. Right. Right. You know how everybody's right. What my aim here is to. This was set out for me for my journey. I started learning law. I started to see how the system was, what it was doing to people, and when I saw what it was doing to people, it became not about me.
Correct.
But it is about me.
It's about everyone.
It's about me as a father, doing his duty, yes, and not stepping into a court to tell lies. Because until I can prove who I am, I'm a liar if I step in a court. Right, I'm a decent, honest man, and lying has caused all this shit. And if they think I'm stepping into their fucking court, they can fuck off, right? But I can have a bit of fun, can't I, Andrew? Tell them what they started calling me. They wrote to me.
First of all, they wrote to you as was it Thomas?
No,
Thomas
they started
Holgate,
off. Listen.
Yeah.
They started off as all capitals.
Yeah.
Mr. James Holgate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wrote back, and they sent me. I didn't go to court, and they sent me an order, and I sent the fucker back, and I said, "You can't use my all caps name." I basically told them I wrote to them in all caps as well, because them daft cunts are that thick, they read it. How the fuck they understood what I'd said, I do not know, Andrew. Right? Right, so I'm laughing at that now. Yeah. So they've read it, and then they changed the name to uppercase, lowercase. And as we've gone on, I've been writing to them as the agent of the surname Holgate. And they've written back to me like that. And now they're calling me. We've gone from all caps
uppercase
with
lawyer.
listen at this,
Yeah.
with the lowest rank,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
dear customer. Right. How can a court issue? They even got the wrong address, haven't they, Andrew? I live in a wagon and they put it's a caravan and they've made an address up. I can they've committed malfeasance in a public office because only the council can make up addresses. The court have no authority to make up an address because it's their job as a court manager to put the correct information on it.
Period. Yeah.
And she has a due diligence. And under the principles, 7 Nolan principles, those documents should come out of that court correct.
Be honest.
Shouldn't they?
Yeah. Full of
Signed in wet ink by hand by some fucking fuckwit, sorry to say this, who thinks they can make a claim against me, right?
Yeah.
You'll call me every name under the sun, listen to this, but you'll never call me my name, will you?
No.
No, but HMRC took my name, didn't they, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yes. So now I get called either. What do I get called? Sometimes I get Dear Holgate. Yes. Sometimes I get the agent of the surname Holgate, and sometimes I get uppercase, lowercase, and sometimes I get all caps. Which one am I? The passport office calls me James Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, who am I? I know who I am. None of them lot do.
Not until you tell them.
They haven't a clue. They haven't a clue who I am until I ring them up.
Yeah.
And then I fucking tell them who I am.
Yeah.
That's how we've got so far. So that's sort of what I've done today. And the reason for doing it. Oh, by the way, I you know when I say I take the piss, Andrew?
Yeah, go on.
Right. Wouldn't you think it'd be funny? Right. You know the bloke that drew the plans up for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're best mates, yeah. He's semi-awake, slightly inquisitive. So I rung him up yesterday and I said, Monday morning, first thing, right. And I said, first thing, I want you to change one of the digits on the plans that are already drawn. And I want you to apply for planning permission. So Craven District Council have got an application from James Holgate for planning permission. Well, he's got them all running around the fucking office, right? He's even got the lad that drew the plans up. He's going through all the minutes for me of the meetings that these people were in, right? And that's how I learn. That's how I get my evidence. I get people intrigued, and then before you know it, everybody's going, you won't fucking believe this. You won't believe that. And because I live where I live, I get to find out whether they ring me up, somebody said to somebody, and then I can go and look or ring them back. And they all do the work for you. Jonathan Mousey is looking at Anna Mousey. He's ringing Anna Mousey saying, look at Stav fucking down at number 35, isn't he? Yeah. I've got the planner who's had a fucking counsellor who's right, he hates planners. I fucking hate them bastards. That's his words, yes?
Yeah.
I've got a planner who's going to give me the ammunition because he just turned everything he down did, searching through all this stuff to give to me so I can fuck people off on his behalf. And I just have to sit back and let it happen, see what happens and react when necessary. And that might be, excuse me, but what the fuck's going on? I had an email company, if you work for me. Or it could be the CEO of North Yorkshire County Council would like to talk to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll find
the record, because it could be something else, couldn't it?
What?
I say that's why we're keeping a record of this, because it could be something else, just in case it is something else. That's why you go public with things, so that they can't, you know.
Yes. Well, I'm not accusing them of it. I'm asking them to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you right. You've looked, Andrew.
Well, we're going to look in a
on
second. We're going to have a look.
Right. Well, you've done all this. We've done it together.
Mm-hmm.
We've done it all before. Right. This is what. Right. Do you know? Right. I want to tell you something here now.
Yeah.
He's good.
Who's good?
Yeah. This councillor.
Okay.
Right. You know, I told you the story about the footballer.
Yeah.
The kids' football thing, when I got rid of the chairman there because he was robbing us.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I discussed it with the chairman, I'd walk away, right? I'd walk away and I'd doubt myself, and I would have to go back over it and over it every time.
Oh.
I knew I was right.
Mm-hmm.
But he taught me, he did, I don't know how he did it. Right, and I don't know how he does it, but he's had me doing that twice now, and I've looked at that information with you, on my own. Then I had a conversation with him. Then I had to look at it again, and then I had to look at it again today after a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. He's good.
Yeah. It causes anyone to doubt themselves. That's an ability.
Oh, hey, he's real. No, he's better than that other one. If I hadn't practiced that other one,
Mm-hmm.
I'd have given up.
Yeah.
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 I've never seen that before. I've never felt that before. I've never known somebody be able to talk to me and make me doubt myself.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I knew within my gut, everything I was saying was right,
mm-hmm.
with material and physical evidence to back it up, and I still fucking doubt myself. Yeah, that's why I'm saying that I'm not accusing anybody,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like I need somebody to tell me.
Yeah, like we all do that. Yeah. I get you.
Does that make sense?
No, 100%, mate. That's
Basically, what I'm doing
will resonate with that. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to describe the feelings, the emotions, and everything. Yeah.
Where you
because it's not right. People need to stop thinking it's just what we write. It's just what we say. Mm-hmm. It's nothing to do with that. It's about saying it with feeling, saying it with passion, and saying it with truth and love. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't say any more. If we all spoke like that and we spoke the truth, we would live on, we'd create heaven on earth.
Stop acting. Everyone stop acting like they know, and like you say, do the investigations and don't allow. And this is the thing, you know.
Right. If we're right, Andrew, I look at it this way, right? They're service providers. Yeah. Providing a service. Mm-hmm. And they're providing it for us, and we're paying for it. Right. Mm-hmm. If it was for free, then I don't give a fuck what they do, because it doesn't bother me, does it? It's not costing me anything. Mm-hmm. But when I'm paying servants, can we get the definition of servant up? Is there a definition in law? Is there a definition?
Should have it, etymology of the word.
Yeah, let's find out what being a servant actually means.
Servant, let's have a look. Let's share this. So this is the etymology of servant. Right, so the etymology of the word servant is someone, personal or domestic attendant, from the Old French servant, foot soldier. Noun, use of servant, serving, waiting, present particle of severe, to attend, to wait upon, serve, meaning professed lover, one devoted to service of a lady, is from the Midwest North American colonies, a usual designation of a slave, for a slave. The usual designation for a slave.
They're our slaves then.
They're slaves, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
not
that's
just they're not just servants, they're slaves. My conversation is going to have to change on my next phone call because I'm going to have to tell them that they're a slave as well as a servant.
Yeah. And the US, the usual designation for slave, 17 to 1800, in 14 to 15 in the latter. Biblical translation of the word was often used to render Latin service.
Andrew,
Greek,
can I ask a question?
Say again?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Right. I presume a service provider is providing a service and they're public servants. Am I correct?
That would make logic to me.
Right. Right. So why don't we just walk into court and say, "Oi, slave, what do you want? Because you're my slave now, fuck off."
Yeah.
Yeah. They're our slaves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just prove it. It's there. It's in the, what's it say in law? What's a slave in law? You're not allowed to be a slave, are you? Or what is it?
No.
What's it in law?
Same as
In the Black's Law Dictionary. Let's have a look in the Black's Law.
Slave as well, by the way. The word employer is the same as a slave. Let me just check that up.
Is it?
Employee, yeah. Employee, if I remember rightly. That's what Luke's key.
I'm just thinking if this relates to being a customer and they're your employee.
Person employed. That's both employee, employ. Watcher, temp.
I'm going to have a cigarette. I'm going to roll a cigarette.
I'm not sure on the etymology side of things, but I'm pretty certain.
Can you see how I play the game now?
Yeah. Too right.
Right. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Did I tell you that when I rung him up today, Andrew? You know we say about coincidences, yeah? When I rung him up today, he told me that company, what was it called? Craven Barnfield Regeneration. He told me that they had a meeting about it and it was dissolved. It can't be. He's knackered.
The Cravens, where is it? I had that up. Where are you? I've got too many bloody things open.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether we could have this Zoom call because my phone's that full of stuff. My Facebook keeps full. I can't watch videos on Facebook anymore. Yeah. And that's all I've used to do. That's all I've used to do everything I've done.
So here's Craven Barnfield registration.
Yeah.
So people. We click on people. And what was his name?
Stavely, innit?
David Michael Stavely, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one.
And it says he's still active.
Yes. And
when was it he joined the council and had to give up his knowledge of what was about? Right.
Listen, this is a story. You know Dickie Welsh? He died in 2021, right? So it must be after 2021 because he took his job at North Yorkshire County Council. So when was he made a director of that company? What date? I think it's 2020. He was made a director, April sometime. If I can remember.
If it was David Stavely, it was 7th of April 2020.
Right. So he said he wasn't a director when he's registered to vote. He's registered to be.
So when did he say he wasn't?
No. Listen.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get across is he was a director in 2020. Yes.
Yeah.
He must have stood for election after Richard Welsh died because he took Richard Welsh's job, and Richard Welsh died in 2021, and it's in the Craven Herald. Yeah. So he was a director. He was saying he was a director after he got voted in. Well, he's bullshitting. He's lying. Because he was a director in 2020, and when he stood for election, he should have declared it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got him as a motor vehicle workshop proprietor.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a limited company though on that.
It's got him as a councillor.
What?
It's got him as councillor. David Michael Staveley, councillor, but he's got him down his occupation as a motor vehicle workshop proprietor. But he's got him down as
he is. That's what he does for a living, and he's a councillor as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But his business, the motor vehicle proprietor,
yeah,
that's his full-time job. He does the other bits on the quiet.
Right.
And he's self-employed, so he can come and go, can't he, and do both jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I bet if you went on the planning and you looked at all the minutes from the meetings and all the names keep cropping up. I haven't seen that yet, but I presume that will be happening while I speak.
Mm-hmm.
So North Yorkshire County Council and Craven District Council, I told him if Mr. Staveley stepped 1 foot in that building, they needed to turn him round and kick him out.
Mm-hmm.
Until this investigation is sorted. Right, it might even uncover them stopping me getting planning permission in the first place, and I've just put it in. They might just pass it through. Who knows? And then I can do what I want. Do you know what I'm going to do? Right. You know, I started off going for money, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. And as I've gone through this journey of really realizing who I have, I've met three beautiful families
mm-hmm.
who were struggling. Yeah?
Yeah.
And they are good mums and good dads. They're under pressure financially. They're all working long hours and not seeing the kids, yeah? So if I got planning permission on this land,
yep,
I'm going to buy them all a house.
Nice.
Even if, right, and even if the whole fucking lot goes, I'm going to buy them a house. So they don't split up. They don't fall out. And they have time to spend with their children.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah? You can stick your money, you can stick your corruption, you can stick the whole lot of your ass. I've had enough.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if we have to start at the bottom and investigate our own things, then that's what we'll do.
Yep.
If we have to come up with ways to beat the system, that's what we'll do. Imagine ringing up the tax office and speaking as two different people without hanging up.
Exactly.
Can I have my tax back for my pension?
Three
how much tax do I pay? Yeah. Right.
The agent for him.
Because I changed my name, I created it. Right. Forget your laws. It's commerce. Just create yourself. Yeah. Recreate yourself in as many ways as you can, and before you know it, the whole system will fall in bits because the computer, the algorithm, if nobody's worked it out yet, it's got to be a capital name, and it's got to be a number. You start putting different names and different numbers in, them computers haven't got a fucking clue, because the thick cunts read them and they don't even understand it, and they go, oh yeah, no tax. Oh, you want to get £5,000 back? Oh yes, please. Oh, would you like to have universal credit? Oh yes, can you fill it all in for me, please? Yeah. And can we do can we do the meetings over the phone? Are you discriminating against me because I can't read and write and I don't have the internet and I don't have any friends? Oh, okay, Mr. Holgate. Well, we'll arrange a phone call for Wednesday. Okay, thank you. I'm sat outside. Phone goes, hello. Oh, how's your back? I'm going, oh, it's no better. Yeah. Right, I haven't lied. I rung the doctor up and I said I had a bad back. I do have a bad back. And then I said, you know what happened last time, don't you? He says, what? I said they had to shove that pipe up the old Jap's eye 5 times. I couldn't wee. And he says, oh, how long do you want off? I said, can we start with 8 weeks? Yes, I'll email you it. Yeah. Yeah. Can I have universal credit? But I'm not very good at writing. I've no friends, which is true. I haven't got any friends. I have got friends, but we don't know who our real friends are because they don't know who they are, do they? Right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do this without lying and telling the truth, right? So I've had my interview. They ID'd me over the phone. Yeah. I don't have to go into the office. Yeah, and when we have a meeting, I can sit outside with a brew in the sunshine. Right, Andrew. And I've done that. I've done that in less than 2 years. I've converted my wagon, and I've worked. I've looked after my children and cared for them when I could.
Indeed.
And I've studied, right? And when you look at what I've done, right, when I didn't have much knowledge and when I did stuff, basically what I've done is I've done stuff without realizing. That tax one was you saying an acronym and you kept going KISS. And I'm thinking, what the fuck's an acronym? I'm sick of looking at this fucking acronym. And then all of a sudden I twigged what an acronym was. Yeah. So I thought I'd give you a bell. I didn't know what you were going to do. Can you write to me in English, please? Can you write to me English? Oh, yes, I don't like being written to. Yeah. Yeah. My mum always used to write to me in uppercase, lowercase. Yeah, can you send me a letter written to me, please? And she went, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I go on, try. Right? And they wrote to me, didn't they, Andrew? And then they stopped taking tax off me. But I didn't know it was going to do that. They even give me a different national insurance number without the D on it. Yeah, right? It's a computer. Get inside it and ruin it, right? Wait till there's that many of us, the population will swell like fuck. Yeah, there must be 7 of me. Yeah, in the system. That they've written an email, right? It's in the system, isn't it? At this address with this postcode, and the postcode's a contract. Yeah, right? They're going to create all. They won't have a fucking clue who's who, will they? Right? Have some fun, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what I've done. Yeah. And just wing it. Because if you go out on a Saturday night, my wife always used to say, "Are we getting home?" And I always used to say, "We'll wing it." Yeah. And guess what? I fucking got home every time. Yeah. Right? So you just need to wing it. You don't have to know what you're talking about. You tell them you're recording it. And you sound like you've got more authority over them, but you have to be able to learn how to explain what a servant is without upsetting them. Once you get past that point, and they say, I am your servant, guess what happens? You can have a nice conversation.
Exactly,
yeah. But you have to get past it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about feeling. It's not about knowledge. I didn't have all that knowledge to do that, did I, Andrew?
It's just, it's getting both people on the same page. That's what it is.
Yeah, but listen. Yeah. I haven't written a letter not to pay tax. Mm-hmm. I've written an odd email to get called a customer, but the court's a bit harder than the others. Yeah. Right. I haven't written any letters, and look what I've done. Just by winging it. And the reason I did it to learn. So I now know that all about the national insurance number, right? You can't learn by not doing it.
And the ego,
and you
will stop
can't,
them doing it.
right? And
The
you
ego,
can't.
the ego that people have got, that's what stops people from doing it, because you're scared of making a mistake. Don't be scared of making a mistake, because there's no such thing.
Oh no, just go fly it. Just walk in confident and say, I'm fucking me. I want to talk to you. Yeah, right. I told them in the court, I said, you don't need to ring the police. I don't need to prove that I can stand in a fucking public building all day, do I, Andrew? With 2 policemen trying to ask me to leave. Yeah, they might tell me I need to see a doctor. I said, I don't need to waste my energy on you. You ring the police, I'll go. Right? I'm not wasting my energy arguing with somebody when I know I can do what, and she's not bright enough to understand English. I'm pissing in the wind.
Exactly.
Right, so I can walk out, because I did what I did in the back. I didn't need to. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And unless you put yourself in these positions, you're going to learn square root of fuck all.
Exactly.
That's my opinion.
Practice makes perfect, mate. Practice makes perfect. 100%.
Right.
Mate.
If I can do that on a phone, yes, just a mobile phone.
Yeah.
And help from friends, we can all do it.
Absolutely.
But you have to learn who you are. You know, when I rung up and got them to change my name, lots of other people have done it, tried to do it, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
You've got to know who you are. You've got to know. Oh, it's difficult to explain, isn't it?
I think also you have to remind those who you're speaking who they are.
Yes.
It's the double whammy.
But I didn't, right. There's horses for courses. I didn't do it that way with the tax one. But today, when I was speaking to the council, yeah, I made her admit she was a servant. Yeah. The tax one was done in a completely different surrounding. It was nice. It was polite. We had a beautiful conversation. I told her she had a beautiful soul, and right. The conversation that I had with North Yorkshire County Council was different. I had to straighten the woman up first.
Yeah.
And then I told her she had a beautiful soul and I cared about her.
Yeah.
And her family.
Yeah.
Right. You've got to get these people caring. You've got to tell them that you love them. You care, that it's not their fault they don't know they're order takers.
Yeah.
Right. The only way you can appeal to them is through telling them that you care. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to protect them and their families.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've got to say it like you mean it. And if you don't know who you are, you can't say it like you mean it.
If you don't mean it, you won't be able to say it like you mean it either.
No, and they don't understand.
The point. What is it? Yeah, I mean, because that's a lot of the thing here, and what you pointed this out earlier, because it's the same goes with me, right? Yeah, on the same point, because you mentioned it. Basically, I'm not doing this for me, but I am ultimately. I'm doing it, yeah. But if it's right to be done, it's got to be made done, because at the end of the day, that's why I'm doing it. I'm not happy until it's right. And my son, you know, and everybody else's sons, everybody's children, they're going to be brought into this, and we have to make that stance. So it's not about me, but it is, you know, in that sense, you know.
I'll tell you what,
if it ain't right for me, it ain't right for everybody. If it ain't right for everybody, it ain't right for me. Full stop.
Yeah. You know, when I got planning for that first one,
yeah,
I wanted to spend the money. Couldn't wait for it to come. Yeah. If I get this planning, you know what I'm going to be looking forward to? Giving them a house, giving it away.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I've also told them at work, if I ever got into my trust, I'd take £1 million in and I'd burn the fucker in front of them. And then I'd chuck the fucking rest of them and watch them grovel.
That's what it
I
is.
don't want me trust. Hey, Andrew, I don't even want the fucker.
No.
And I ain't going to waste any energy on it trying to get it. Yeah? Because it totally defeats the whole object.
Yep. Totally agree. Totally
Doesn't
agree.
it?
There's plenty being made out of, okay. There's plenty to be made out of correcting the system that we've got, as corrupted as it is, and all the wrongs that everyone's had done to them already. You know, you've got the money. You've got the money that they already owe it you. You know what I mean? Never mind your trust.
I suppose whichever, you can't do it. What we need a people's parliament run by the people, for the people, and where you could walk in, you could ring up, you could just ask, can I have that document, please? And they go, here. When you go into the bank, I said I wanted to see it. Why do you want to see it? I said, if I explain to you why I want to see it, you don't even know what the Companies Act is. So if I told you why I wanted to see it, you'd think I was round the twist.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, how can I help you? I says, get me through to the bank on the phone. You give them your ID. You verify it's me because I want to talk to them. Right. So I got to the bank and I said, I'd like your insurance details, please. And he says, what for? I said, you froze my fucking bank account. Didn't let me have any money for 8 weeks. And he said, so you're making a complaint? I said, yeah, of course I am. I said, what's your name, please? Told me his name. I said, what's your surname? They didn't hear, Andrew. They didn't even have my name, did they? I never give him my name. I said, what's your name? He wouldn't give me his surname. I said, right, I'm going to have to explain this to you. And I explained to him that he could be in trouble for fraud. So I needed his number. They have a number, don't they? Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, listen to this. Right, so I'm supposed to be making a complaint. And I said, after I'd done all this, I made him write it down. And guess what I made him write down? My name is James. Right, and he's written it down.
Okay.
Right. And it might have gone into a system because he'll be doing it on a computer, won't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying that, yes, but all I'm saying is everything I've done so far seems to fucking fuck some up. So if that happens, it happens. If it doesn't, right? But he wrote it down. That was the thing they froze my bank account for when they hunted me down. So now I've not just rung them up and told them. I've sent it in writing. Yeah, can you not see? I've sent, my name is James. I was born on the 17th of the 9th, 1966, at a later date. Yeah, when my name was changed. Oh, at a later date, when my birth was registered, my name was changed to Mr. James Thomas Holgate. I wish to become the beneficiary of that trust. And he wrote it down. And he's emailed it because guess what? He was working from home. This can't be a coincidence, Andrew Devine. That man was working from home. And I went to the woman. I never even thought about it until I've talked to you. I went to the woman. I said, he reckons to be at the bank. I said, he's at home. And she says, well, we work from home, some of us. So I said, when I'm calling the bank, I'm not calling the bank. I'm calling, what's it called? Thingy at home. Right. So he's going to have had to send that, hasn't he?
Yep.
Right. So in their system now, there is a letter that says, I wish to become the beneficiary of my trust, that will have been typed in, all computerized. Then, oh, fuck, this word trust comes up, his name comes up, and that name comes up. What happens? I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But I did it on a gut feeling as well. I set off down to Settle to do a bit of shopping. Before you know it, I'm in the solicitors, in the fucking bank, back into the solicitors. drive round to fucking Best Tires. I was going to walk in there and let fucking drive. And then I thought, fuck this. I'm going home. Got on my thing, rung everybody up, and here. But now I've talked to you, yeah, it's making me laugh because I've already told them, haven't I? And usually when somebody tells you, they usually tell you to what?
Yeah.
Put it in writing.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if it'll affect anything or not, but if it affects something,
he's not
right. Listen to this.
Listen
to this. If it affects something in commerce, yeah, they can't do anything about it because I've already proved with the tax.
Yeah.
Yeah. I created the name. Could I create the trust in through the back door? I don't know. It might happen. It might not. But I bet it wakes the fuckers up when they get that one. I've asked for their insurance details at law.
That's written down as well. So that you did. Is it going to write to you to confirm that that's what's been asked for?
They'll ignore me.
Yeah.
Or they'll send them blokes round again. But I'm ready with my knife now because it's my fucking castle, innit? Come on, you cunt. Fuck off. Yeah, you're not fucking hunting me anymore because I'm staying in my castle. And if you want to get in, I'm going to fucking kill you if I have to. Right?
Absolutely, mate.
Right. Nobody needs to be frightened anymore.
No.
Do they? They don't, though, do they?
No.
Because you've got a right to defend your property, and your property is you.
We didn't need case law, but there's case law that states that too. So it's game over.
Yes.
Castle doctrine, anyway. Castle doctrine was there, done. Castle doctrine, the highest form of anyone's right is his right to defend himself.
Right. You know how much I know about that stuff.
Yeah.
The saying, "Every man's home is his castle."
Yeah.
And that's the only bit I know about it.
Yeah.
The only bit I know about canon law is it's written on my wall, Canon Law 2057. I've never even looked at it. I've got evidence of life 2006. I can't be asked with that. I've got the Companies Act. Well, that's not even worth looking at because every country ignores that. We've got the Fraud Act and everybody's doing that. So I'm better off just changing my name and fucking getting on, aren't I? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I couldn't be asked with all that council tax shit. So what did I do? I bought a wagon. I don't have to pay council tax. I don't have to pay gas, electric. I don't have to worry about anybody knocking on my door. Right? Get rid of your houses, knock the fuckers down. Because it's a prison cell. Right? Once you get you get a capital address, you get the thingy, you get the serial numbers, you get the fucking lot with the house.
Yeah, but you can destroy all those as you clearly proved, because none of those exist neither.
No, but I've destroyed. You can destroy. I don't do everything. I'm not living in a house and then trying to destroy council tax. I'm living in a wagon, so they can't. And then you don't have an address. And then any address that they give you, they can't give you. Why do you think the fucking gypsies never get done? Because one, they don't know what they're fucking called, and two, they don't go fucking near them.
Plus, they didn't register their children to the state to try and
some of them do, you know. Some of them do.
I know some of them get done as well.
Yeah.
I know. I used to knock around with gypsies when I was younger. You know, I used to knock around with a lot of gypsies there. A good night. There was. Do you know what I mean?
There's some really nice
concerned, there were good people. They're a bit crazy at times, but in all, you know, you'd never wish to meet nicer people. Right?
No, but if you fucked with them,
exactly, that's what I'm saying. And some of them got to like fighting as well. So there was some arseholes, but there's arseholes in everything, you know. Of
course there is. Black, white, green, brown, whatever colour.
Exactly. Makes like, you know, that's just the downside to any. You know, there's always a there's always a wrong one in any. What's it like?
So this is live, is it?
No, it's not live, but I'm recording it. Actually, I'm gonna shoot because it's 8 o'clock now. I just realised the time. I'm gonna take my dog for a walk. But anyway, good chat. We'll put some of the stuff on there as well to back it up, like, but it doesn't really matter with your words, mate, because it's, to me anyway. To me, it's clear. And for those out there that will listen, will hear. It's like say lips of wisdom. What is it? Understanding ears and lips of wisdom. If you didn't, it's like you with the kiss. When I was talking about kiss, if it doesn't compute you, it's like, what the fuck's he talking about? Well, there might be some people thinking I ain't got a clue what they're talking about, but those that understand or look into it will see. Yeah.
It isn't. When you said that word, kiss.
Yeah.
Right. I told you, didn't I? You wanted to just say to you, fucking, I'm sick of hearing that. I'm sick of hearing that. And then, right, and I'm sick of fucking acronyms, and I'm sick of fucking American Sign Language. I can't be asked looking at all that. And then all of a sudden, it just went, bing. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I've noticed through listening to people, and when you've got all them things that you think, I wish they'd show up, they all come together at once.
I mean,
right? You go through
the stuff that I put out the stuff that I share and put out there. I want people to come and challenge it, but come to me if you're going to challenge it with the evidence to challenge it. Don't just come with come with something. Because as far as I'm concerned, anybody who goes and proves me wrong, they'll prove that I was actually right. When they understand what I'm saying, because that's the other thing, isn't it? When you express something in words. Yeah. What I mean by those words that I've just expressed and what people understand of those words is two different things. Unless we're on the same page, both on the same page, then this is where arguments come in, because two people can be right, but neither of them are understanding each other talking about. Yeah? Yes,
but our understanding is facts.
It's always going to be the facts. It's not me that's telling you.
And all that them dumb folks, all they've got is hearsay.
I know, yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what I mean. They don't realise that they're stupid. How does a stupid person think? How does someone that's hypnotised? How does he know he's being hypnotised?
Yeah. Guess what happened, Andrew? Listen to this. Yeah. When the police come into the bank.
Yeah.
Last time.
Yeah.
Right. There was a woman in there, and she was arrogant.
Yeah.
Ignorant, that evil look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's better than you, right?
Yeah.
When I was talking to the bloke on the phone, she was dealing with somebody. She had to come past, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And every time she come past, I'd say the word stupid or ignorant, and the bloke's on the other end of the phone. He's going up. You want me to write stupid? No, I didn't mean that, right? And every time she went past about 6 times. I give her a. She knew, yeah. But guess what? She didn't say anything like she did last time. She kept her fucking mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. That woman said to me, she said, I asked you to leave the bank. And I said, yes. And I said, no. She said, well, it's my bank. I said, look, I don't want to argue with you. I said, I stood in here with those policemen and they didn't kick me out. So I said, you were asking me to leave. Fuck all. And she said, but you were threatening. And I said, you were behind bulletproof glass and a bomb-proof door. I said, I can't threaten you. Yeah. I said, did I shout at you? I said, did I shout at you? She said, no. I said, did I swear at you? No. She said, but you raised your voice. I said, well, I'm not surprised you didn't understand what I was saying because I asked for the fucking original. Yeah. And it's been digitalized, you've told me. I said, that's not the fucking original, is it? Yeah. They're thick as fuck, Andrew. Right. You can wrap around your little fingers. They haven't a fucking clue what they're saying. That's why I can't go out for a drink in the pub anymore. I can't talk to my friends anymore without shouting at them. But they're not my friends anymore because they don't vibrate like me. No. Yeah. I'm fucked. I'm on my own. I'm in a wagon. I can't see my kids. Yeah. And I'm bashing fuck out of all them cunts because I've got nothing better to do. Yeah. And they're paying me for it. They're paying me for it and they're not taking tax off me. Yeah. It's good fun, this. Yeah.
Something you needed.
Yeah, Andrew.
You'll be grateful for this. They won't be. They won't be.
You couldn't make it up, could you?
I know, mate.
Could you? Could you imagine if you could get that video recording on BBC TV and put it live out to the fucking order takers and fucking dumb fucks and people who you tell that they're being brainwashed? Oh, I've got to watch it. It's crazy. The world is just fucking mad. Hey, I've got some chickens coming. Somebody rung me up, right?
Yeah.
And says, "You got some chickens?" And I said, "Yeah, why?" He said, "Well, I'm fucking sick of them. I've got loads," he says. Yeah. He says, "Do you want some?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "I don't know whether they're fucking cocks or hens." He says, "But," he says, "I'll drop them off. So I'm going to start living off my own eggs." Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I haven't time to go out looking for fucking chickens. Do you know what I mean? Let the chickens come to you. It comes to you. Wait for it. Doesn't it? Right. We lived in a house without a sofa, and I said, "We'll get one." Yeah. I said, "We can't afford one, but one will come." Yeah. And then next week, somebody knocks on the door. "We're having a new sofa." Once they see you sitting on the floor, they get rid of an old sofa. They pop it in, don't they?
Too wrong, mate. Yeah.
And we got a sofa. I do stuff like that.
Yeah. So
yeah, I get free NHS treatment paid for by a private hospital because I tell the doctor the truth. Have I told you that one?
No, you haven't told me that one.
Oh, this one will get you going. I had a bad back, yeah.
Oh, hang on. No, let's save that. Let's save that for another time. Let's save that for another time.
I have to tell you. No, I have to tell you.
No, I've got it because I've got to take my dog. Honestly,
right.
James, I've got to go.
Right quickly.
I'll let me write it down.
I told the doctor.
Go on then.
That I was going to tell him the truth. I told him I've been in pain. I told him I want to work. I told him I had children that I loved and I cared for. And I'm not a liar and I'm an honest person and I deserve, and I, as a taxpayer, deserve better treatment than I got on the NHS. Yeah. I said, I just want it mending, but I have to be honest and truthful. And I can't afford to pay you. And he says, "Sit down." He rung his secretary, bring the man a coffee. He said, "You're having a scan tomorrow." I'd waited nearly 18 months on the NHS. He says, "You're having a scan tomorrow." We had the scan. And then the next day, I was in a private hospital and I had the injections that sorted it out. All for free. Just by telling the truth. Yeah. Has anybody ever done that before?
I've not heard anyone before that. It's the first time, so it's out there now.
But that's the sort of thing I do.
Beautiful, mate. Anyway, James, as always, been a pleasure to talk.
Yes.
So
it's been a pleasure. I love talking to you and I love you. Yeah.
Love you too, buddy, mate. Seriously.
Yeah.
You know that anyway.
Yeah.
You know that, mate. Namaste, as they say.
Listen.
Yeah, go on.
When this shit's over, Andrew Devine, would you do me the honour of letting me drive my wagon, my home, to meet you?
100%, mate.
Right, but we have to wait till all this shit's over.
Let's clean up shop. We've nearly we're there. Let's clean up shop so that we can enjoy and continue. The same thing, basically. I don't think we'd ever want to stop it.
We could maybe one day set up that private investigation company.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
And have a laugh. Have a laugh. Work when you want to, and when you want to, you'll enjoy it.
Absolutely, mate. Nothing.
When you enjoy it, doesn't matter if you get paid or not, does it?
No.
Huh?
Absolutely.
It's
not.
a win-win situation. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Lovely to speak to you. Yeah.
Take care, James.
Right. Yeah. Are you on again? Who is it comes on?
I will be, yeah, but I've got to go because I've sent him the link. Right. So yeah, I'm going to end this one. I'll send him another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. With Tariq. Yeah, with Tariq. Yeah. Right. Yeah. What's that number? Do you want to give him that number?
Oh yeah. Hold on. I might go off when I do this.
Okay. If not, well, just send it me a message.
No, you're still there. Listen.
Yeah,
listen. I've got. Right. I hope I can get the right one here. Contacts. What day was it yesterday?
27th, Sunday.
Sunday. Oh, fuck. Where's it gone?
Don't mind. you
Oh,
can
there
message
it
me
is.
anyway.
No, I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Thing.
Well then,
I think. Yeah. And in fact, I'm fairly sure because there's no, everybody else has got a name that day apart from that one. Yeah.
okay.
07876.
Yeah.
102.
Yeah.
391.
Okie dokie.
Ring it back. Read it back.
07876
Yes.
102
Yep.
391.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it. But just yeah, that's today. It was yesterday. 2 numbers
Good.
yesterday. Yeah. Let me check.
What
Oh,
was,
that was
what position was he? What position was he again?
he was
One
the one
left,
below. I think it was the one below the top one because the top one couldn't speak to me, and that's who I asked to speak to.
And who was the top one?
You know what she called? I don't. You'll have to Google her.
And this was what was the position?
Well, she's the CEO, isn't she? The chief
Yeah.
the top dog there.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call them.
Yeah. Just the one at the top of the CEO. Same thing basically. Anyway.
Yeah, it's the
All
CEO.
right. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
buddy.
Okay.
Take care then, buddy.
Hey.
And have a good one. I'll speak soon.
Yeah, but it'd be interesting if you get to ring him tonight.
Yeah, well, hopefully he'll be contacting. So yeah, fingers crossed we can get it done tonight. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Take care,
Brilliant.
mate.
Thank you, Andrew.
Don't worry, buddy. Take care. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.